Start where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, start where you are. Let me put on my infomercial voice for a second. Do you suffer from overthinking? Yes. Yes, I do. As God my witness, I do. Do you suffer from saying, well, I'll start the diet tomorrow? Yeah. That's also me. I've also said that before. Do you suffer from saying these 4 words? I'm not ready yet. That's me to a T, as they say. That's me to a T. Well then, you may want to think about starting where you are. Okay, I like the sound of that. Where do I buy it? Is this Amazon? Is this Temu? Are we talking TikTok shop here? We're going on a TikTok shop. Where's the affiliate link? Nope. Can't buy it. You got to find it from within. You have to start where you are. And that's based off of a very good book by Pema Chodron called Start Where You Are. But honestly, I didn't find it from her. I found it from the Shaman God, from Phil Jackson, from his book. I know I've talked about it before, but really, you can only see enough Kobe highlights on TikTok with the cool music underneath and the cuts, or MJ getting just Jordan's highlights, and you go, I want to be like Mike, I want to be like Kobe, I want to be like Bean, rest in peace Mamba. But then you look deeper and you go, who coached these guys? It's the same guy? I want to be like him. I want to be like the architect. That's who I want to be like. And then you start, I don't know, that's how I found out really about Phil Jackson and started taking his stuff seriously. But starting where you are is, it's so important, because I haven't done it and it's hurt me. That's why I'm sharing it, is because it's a form of like hiding the pain by saying, I'll do it later, I'll do it another day. You don't want to be vulnerable, and it's like I wanted to hide from the pain of doing things today. Because I'll tell you what, it's gonna suck. If it's something you really want to do, you're probably gonna suck at it a little bit just a little bit when you start. I know I have for everything I've wanted to do. I'm not saying you're gonna suck. Maybe you're amazing, but again, it's just like sharing examples from my life. It's thankfully stand up. I didn't really overthink it when I started it like 9 years ago. You know, I just did it. I didn't really think too much into it. I just started it, and I was really bad. Oh my God, I still have some of my early tapes. I'll release them one day. I will release them one day when it feels right. Maybe now should feel right, but that I didn't have an issue with too much. But I look at other things like, I mean, even in the past year, maybe this is a better example, is, you know, I've always played the piano. My whole life I've started playing the guitar. I've always wanted to combine both of those things on stage and go, these are art forms I love. I love comedy. I love stand-up. You know, I love music. I love the piano. I love guitar. I love musicianship. So how do I combine these two? You know, I've seen some interesting people I like. You know, Zach Galifianakis has done it well in Live with the Purple Onion. It's pretty inspiring to me. And in the past year, I finally started combining it and doing like jokes at the piano on stage, or even writing music and then starting to play that on the piano, and then learning the guitar to be able to play that on stage. And I'll tell you what, like, it really sucked. Ask my friends, ask Alex, ask Becky, ask some of my friends. It kind of sucked, but there are always moments that show it's working. There's little moments that show these things are working, and you go, wow. And what's cool is like I hadn't felt nervous doing stand-up for a while. After a while, it feels the nerves go away. You don't really think about that, except for maybe a big show. But with doing this new thing, it felt very nerve-wracking, and you also feel like alive. That's what's cool, is like you'll start to feel alive doing new things that are pushing yourself. You really start to feel alive, and you feel like you're challenging yourself. And it's sick. You kind of feel a little bit of growth every day when you do it. Here's my point with start where you are. I did this in the past year. I had been thinking about doing this for 3 to 4 years before that. 3 years before that, I had gone, man, I want to put these together. I even told some of my friends, I want to do this, do that. They're like, okay. And then of course, why would they ever do anything? It's not on them, it's me. And I never did, because I was scared. I was worried about being bad and having the pain. But you got to embrace the pain of life. You know, you can't just hide from it. It's part of what life is pain. It sucks to hear it, but it is true. And we all go through it. And now I look back at it and I think, what if I just started earlier? What if I started where I was? What if you start where you are? I would be 3 or 4 more years further in mastering that craftsmanship or that art form. So please learn from my mistakes. And whatever it is you want to do, just do it today. Start today. Start today. There's no downside to starting today at all. It may look like you're going to be bad or whatever, and you probably will be a little bit, but you're going to have these moments that feel really good. And even with this, like in the past month of me doing this, I feel like I've gotten better at it. You know, I was doing them inside, and then I said I'll feel more connected with nature. It feels more real. I try to do them outside. That was kind of a bit of a hurdle for me mentally, not too much, because I've like handed out note cards to strangers in public with funny things on them. I was trying to make a video series on Instagram and whatever, social media. That was scary, and then you just get used to it. Like I don't really care if there's someone watching. I don't care anymore. I'm a little self-conscious about it, but I don't think about it too much anymore because I'm doing it. Yeah, you just do things over and over again, and they become routine. LeBron James doesn't think about being LeBron. He's just LeBron because he's been it. You know, you just do the thing. Bob Dylan, same thing. He's just Bob Dylan. He's like, yeah, I just write songs, and they're really good. So just start. Just start. Embrace the suck. Learn from me. Don't make the same mistake of waiting because you're scared of doing it. Just do it, and you're gonna get better right away. You know, even with this series, I would say, even with this series, I've learned so much in the past month from doing it, and I feel like I've gotten better. It's like, you know, at talking with you guys, I've just learned more about myself, but I had to start doing it to get better at it. You can't just think about it and overthink it. I had to, which I'm very chronic to, is overthinking this stuff. You just have to do it and learn from it. Learn from it, apply, adapt, but start. Little dog. All right. I know you can do it. Don't worry about the outcomes. Just remember to start where you are. Got a little ball for a dog? No, you're good. It's a little dog. I gotta go.